Hello, teacher. My name is Diane. And for the first question, it's about which school of ethics I'm more aligned to. And I think that I'm more aligned to the idealist school because it's basically doing what's right, even when things are hard or when it gets very difficult. And this goes with my personality because I always like to do what's right, even if it's something that will be harder for me, if it will take more time, but it's the right thing, and it's something that comes from my parents, that they have taught me to do things the right way, because it's better to be honest than to be tricking people or to do things in a different way, because that brings all of the problems that there in society. So that's my type of negotiation style. And for the first case, which was if you open with deliberately high prices, are you shaping perception or misleading the other party? Where's the ethical line? So basically, I think that in real life, in negotiation, most people always give a higher price than the one that you're going to sell it. Like, I've done this when I sold a car. I gave a slight higher price, like of 2,000 pesos, because people always like to negotiate so that we can both be equally, like we're in balance. So I mean, I would say that it's okay, but not go like a very high price where it's just obnoxious and it's not right, when that's not the price compared to other people. For the next question, it says, would you feel comfortable if the buyer later discovered that your starting price was never realistic? So I'm like in between, because if the other person finds out, then it would be like being tricked. So then everything would go just wrong, because basically you're fooling them. So it would just make harder for future negotiation. So yeah. Next one. When you impose a false deadline, are you creating urgency or manipulating trust? How might this affect long-term relationship? So at the beginning, a fake deadline can be something that sounds smart, but actually it can go wrong later, because you want your client to decide quickly, but you don't know the situation of the other person. So this can actually be like manipulating. So I would say just choose a date where it's accessible for both parties, because why do you want to rush someone into choosing you? You can do that by building trust, by being nice authentically. And yeah, I feel like this can actually affect long-term relationships, because you want everything when you want it and not respecting your client's time. Next one is, if the other side realizes there was no competing partner, does the short-term gain outweigh the risk of damaging credibility? So when you get a deal done faster by lying, it can feel like a win, but then it can become suspicious. So I'm very patient. In my opinion, I would prefer to build trust. Like, I prefer loyalty, trust, than rushing things, because when you rush things, they usually don't go well. So just be honest, you know? The next case, the last one is, by presenting your proposal as the only viable option, are you highlighting strengths or unfairly dismissing competitors? How do you justify that choice? So for this one, there's a difference because one thing it's saying that you're the best option. That's one thing. And the other case was saying you're the best option and speaking wrongly about the competition. That's just falsely accusing your competition that they are no good, but you don't actually know that. And why do you want to sabotage someone else when you don't know their case? And maybe you do know their case and they're better than your company. So this speaks bad of the company, the person saying this, and it speaks poorly of the other company. So this is basically just lying, and I would just prefer to say, like, these are my strengths, we're good in this, we will have your order by I don't know which date, and we can guarantee that. But you don't have to even mention the competition, because if they're looking into you, it's for a reason. You just have to give them the right reasons of why choosing you. So yeah, thank you.